Good morning, pirates and mermaids. Today is day 4 of our butterfly and cocoon cardigan sew along. Today we're going to be working with the sleeves. We're going to be adding the optional elbow patches, and we're also going to be attaching the sleeves to the main bodies. So let's start with the elbow patches. 2 prep works that I want you to do before you start sewing for today. One, on your pattern piece, go ahead and cut out the placement. It's the easiest way to use the placement on the pattern. Obviously, if you prefer your elbow patches lower or higher, you can do that. But if you want to use the suggestion in the pattern, go ahead and cut a hole in the sleeve. That's the first prep. And second, for my patches, I've used the same print. It's a cotton lycra with the Game of Thrones map. It's if you've ever watched Game of Thrones, it's the maps of the that they used in the show at the intro. So it's the same. I use the same for front and back, and coincidentally, it's almost the same print on both of them, the same area of the fabric. So my suggestion, my tip for today is if you do use this and you're not sure which one is the lining and which one you want to be on the front, because for example, I know for sure I want to feature this symbol, and so I want this to for sure to be on my main part. So this is my lining, so I went ahead and put a B for back or put an L for lining, whatever you want on the back. You can see here, this, I use the water-soluble, like a heat disappearing pen, one of those friction pens. So I put a B on both of them. Match right sides together your elbow patches, and go ahead and sew all around with 1/2 inch seam allowance. So this is how I start. Then I went ahead and sewed it all around with my serger. And of course, repeat the step for the other one. Now, making sure you detach the lining to the main. You don't want to snip through both of them. Do about an inch and a half snip on the back side. That's why we put the B or the L. So I did a little snip inside. So now I'm turning inside out. And I know this one with the snip is the lining. So this will be attached to the sleeve. If you have a directional print, make sure when you attach it, you use the correct direction. So now that I have it all inside out, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a press so it's not wavy. 1 little puff or 2 of steam. And that's all you need. So it's nice and flat now. And grab your sleeve. The sleeves are mirror image, so for now it doesn't matter which one you're using. It will matter when you add the second one. So let's say this is one of my sleeves. I'm taking the pattern piece, I'm laying it right on top, and because I put the hole there, now I know exactly where to lay my elbow patch. So I'm gonna put my elbow patch right over here. Fits perfectly. And you can either spray it in place with a temporary fabric spray. You can pin it in place. You can use wash away wonder tape like I showed you yesterday. I'm gonna just add a couple of pins. Make sure the pins will go only on the one side of the sleeve if you have it folded like I have. So when you sew, this is one, we're gonna go ahead and sew all around you don't really need the stretch on this, so you could use a straight stitch, but if you want it to hold better, I would use a triple stretch stitch or a zigzag stitch for the elbow patch too. And with a zigzag stitch, it's going to look more like an actual patch, so it can even be decorative. Now, what I wanted to say for the second one, once you've done your the same steps to create your elbow patch for your other sleeve, what you need to make sure when you put the sleeve, when you place it, is that they're going to be mirror images. So if this one is sewn like this, then this other sleeve will be sewn, other patch will be like this. Pretend that this is inside out here and already sewn. So this one will be sewn just like so. They need to be mirror images. So let's go ahead and start adding the elbow patch. I am using, let's see, a triple stretch with the longest stitch and a narrow and lower tension, so it goes fast. I'm adding it with about 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, so as close as I can possibly get it to the stitch, to the edge. So now we're gonna have to remove the waviness. See the waviness in this? I'm gonna once again give it a good steam press. Sorry about that. And we're going to be adding this sleeve to the main bodice. So of course repeat the same steps for the other sleeve and making sure you add the elbow patch mirror image to this. Now grab your main bodice that you worked on yesterday and lay it right side up on your table like so. Make sure that you know where is your front. Like I have my pocket here, so I know this side is my front and this side is my back. Your elbow patch must be on the back. So with the right sides together, match the center. And make sure you add the sleeve with the elbow patch on the going towards the back of the shirt. Otherwise, when you sew it, your elbow patch will not be quite the elbow, will be right here. So you want to make sure it goes close to your elbow. Pin it in place and you can sew with a stretch stitch or you can sew on your serger. So before you sew, double check. See, this is my front, it has my pocket, no elbow patch. This is the back, it has the elbow patch. Perfect, so we are good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick serger stitch. Don't forget the pattern follows a 1/2 inch seam allowance, so keep that in mind when you use your serger. And of course give it a good steam press so it loses the waviness as the stitch. Repeat your steps on the other side. Now because this one we've already attached properly, the other one will automatically be with the elbow on the back because it's a mirror image Make sure when you add the elbow patch, and I promise it's the last time I'm saying this today, you put a mirror image to the other sleeve. Snap a picture of your progress for today and post it in the day 4 photo of the Sew Along album in the of the Cocoon and Butterfly Sew Along album in the Sew Along group. And I will see you back here tomorrow for day 5, when we'll be adding the long neckband and finishing the side seams. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.